It's New Year's Day, which of course means traditionally in my family, it's the day that you're allowed to cut the Christmas cake. I have cooked the Christmas cake. I actually did it on a Zoom live stream with my sister and my mother. We all made the same Christmas cake. Iced it, marzipaned it, cooked it. Now it's time to cut it. Which half do you want? So let's go for it. Oh my goodness, just cutting into it, I can smell the brandy. Traditional brandy Christmas cake.
Is that your quarter then?
Now you quarter it so you can get the pieces out, Jen. You don't actually eat an entire quarter.
You would.
Yes, I would.
That is a doorstop of a piece you're cutting there.
Well, yeah, because then you half it. Do you want the end or do you want the inner?
You want the end. You like marzipan. Oh, there's a big cherry.
There you go.
Okay. So I'm going to test the quality of the merchandise here. Okay.
You don't look happy. Is it all right? Oh, thank goodness.
I know I don't want
You had me going there. I was worried. Oh, don't do that to me. It's good. Wow, that's strong. My goodness. Hey guys, so you just saw that little bit there about the Christmas cake. It's very, very tasty. I'm glad I made it. Not so glad that I put 3 shots of brandy in it. I thought you were meant to put shots of brandy in it. It was teaspoons of brandy that you're supposed to put into it to basically give it some flavour and make it Christmassy and to last. So it ended up being very alcoholic, which has kind of reacted with some of my tablets and essentially just given me some a mild case of poisoning. But I'll get over it. That's why I'm in my pyjamas and I look like a mess. It's just, you can only go so far. So what is good news, though, is what came in the post today. I couldn't believe this. So generous. Thank you so much to Sir Patrick Furlong, who has donated to the museum collection the manual. This is quite a substantial manual as well, of the Amstrad CPC 6128. Very happy to have this. Lovely condition. It's the ring-bound version, which means that it's the one you can actually put on a table and consult while you're working, which is great because it's full of type-ins and information on how to use the computer and gives you a guide to programming. It's an amazing edition. Thank you so much. But that's not all he sent, because here's a photo of the box that everything came in. And it turned out when I tried to open it that it was 2 boxes sellotaped together. So, it's a mega donation. You will not believe this. Hello, Jen. Are you in the background there? What are you up to?
Hello, everybody. I didn't see you all creep in there and sit in the room while Zoe talked at you. Yeah, she's in her element. She's got loads and loads of really good stuff. So a big, big thank you to, is it Patrick?
Yes, Sir Patrick Furlong, Knight of Calandia.
Yes.
For services to the history of computing. So
shall I leave you to get back to your gushing over your games?
I'm going to be here a while, guys. This is going to be a big vlog because I need to catalogue all this stuff as well, but I want to go through it first. First of all, Mind Fighter. I've not heard of this game, have you?
What?
Mind Fighter.
Well, why are you asking me? What, noted non-gamer, you're asking for information about games? I don't think so.
Okay, well, it appears to be a text adventure, and it looks rather nice, in detail, in depth. I'm thinking it has a feel, given those images, of as if they're digitized photos. So that'll be interesting to see. But it's also got a 160-page novel in here, so that is very cool. Titus the Fox, To Marrakesh and Back. Now, this is one that I saw in Amstrad Action back in the day, and I really wanted to get a copy, but of course, by this point, late in the Amstrad's life, it was harder to get games. This is from 1992. It's actually the year that I switched to a PC, that December, so that would have been mid-92 at the latest, I would expect, from from my time with Amstrad Action. My goodness. So that would have been a late one for me to have got, but I didn't in the end. Tolkien Trilogy on Commodore 64, but also has the Amstrad CPC discs in it. So I'm actually thinking I'll move those discs into the Amstrad tape copy that I've got up in the in all of the shelving already, so that the Amstrad ones are together and I can keep the Commodore one on its own. I think that might be a better way of doing it, because then if I want the Amstrad, I can go for the strip of the Amstrad. But even that's not it. Addams Family on Amstrad on disc. So this is amazing, great condition as well. I remember playing the demo of this so much back in the day because it was such a good, fun game. The demo and the Amstrad Action, 128K only though. This is one of those interesting games. Not many of these came out. And it's, it specifically says, most Amstrad games, I'll show you the box. This is Puznik, another one they sent over. Most Amstrad games will have on it Amstrad CPC 464 664 6128. That's the standard. This one, Amstrad disc 6128 and 6128 plus only. Because it's 128K, you need 128K just to play the game. That is something that doesn't often happen. A lot of games on the Amstrad, especially Ocean, who actually made Addams Family, they would enhance the game for 128K memory owners. So you'd end up with something like there'd be speech in it. There might be all the levels loaded into memory at the same time so that you don't have to multi-load. Things like that. But that is specifically 128K only. Now here's another one interesting. Gauntlet 3. This is the Gauntlet game that's different to all the other ones. You can see on the graphic there. It's a very different style of game. It's isometric. It looks very interesting. It's high colour. All the Gauntlets were high colour on the Amstrad. So I'm looking forward to giving that one a try. We're going to be here a while, guys. Settle in. The Legend of Apache Gold. This is a graphic adventure. So, The Legend of Apache Gold is written with Graphic Adventure Creator. So, this is written by the same software that I wrote some of my games. That'll be interesting to compare, won't it? Oh my goodness. Looking forward to that. Then we have The Never-Ending Story, which really is never-ending. Look at the amount of tapes. It's huge. So, I don't even know what kind of game this is. Is it an adventure? Is it a text adventure? I don't know. I don't remember ever seeing this around except one photograph of the cover in an advert in a magazine one time. So, I'm looking forward to giving that a try. Now, we've got a lot of discs as well. So we have here sealed, still sealed from when it was in the original packaging, a floppy disk. And this one is this one has a few titles written on it: Tower, Hike, Buses, Odd Man Out, Nim, Pelmanis M. I don't know what that is. So that one's been used, but this one and that one, they're still sealed. So they're museum grade things for the collection to show. Once the museum is together, this is how games, this is how blank discs were provided by Amstrad. So that'll be interesting. But that's not it either. That's not all. Now we have Double Gold, which I don't know what who they were. Double Gold Graphic Adventures. Yeah. Don't know what that is, but it's Nova plus Haunted House. So Nova is a techno-graphic adventure set in a wrecked space station. Sounds good. Can you annihilate the cyborgs or even activate any of the mysterious alien equipment? And together with another great adventure, Haunted House. That one doesn't have any description on it, so right. We'll be giving that a try on a future Game Hammer, maybe Game Hammer Live. That'll be interesting, won't it? But even that's not it. So what we've got here is 10 Great Games 2. What have we got in here? Right. The Duct, Mask, Auf Wiedersehen Monty. Oh, that's a good one. Samurai Trilogy, Convoy Raider, Jack the Nipper in Coconut Capers. So that's, I think that's the third. Or, no, the little picture of the cover. That says it's the second. Basil the Great Mouse Detective. Oh my goodness, I haven't seen that film in years. Basil the Great Mouse Detective, Death Wish 3, Thing bounces back, and the final Matrix. Well, that's just in time for Matrix 4, isn't it? Coming out soon. Oh, this looks pretty good. Oh, yeah, Mask. I remember Mask. I had a cassette of it. It went missing. I think someone borrowed it, and then I never got it back. So that'll be interesting to play again. I never got very far in it, but I think it'll be interesting and fun to play. Now, on top of the Tolkien trilogy, Amstrad disc version of Lord of the Rings. So that's very nice. But not only the Amstrad version, because here's an interesting edition, a new one for us. The BBC edition. Yeah. On the old massive discs, the 5 1/4 inch. That is very nice. Suitable for Acorn DFS 40 or 80 track drive. An 800-word vocabulary and over 200 locations, but the BBC version does not feature graphics. Amstrad version does, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, over 200 locations with major locations are illustrated. So there we are. I remember the graphics, especially The Hobbit. The Hobbit had weird graphics. Here's an interesting one. Myth, History in the Making. Now I actually have a cassette version of this, but this is the disc version. And all the pictures on the back, C64 and Spectrum. The reason why is because when you see it on the Amstrad, it's red and white. It's weird. It's a weird game. I must play it again because I never got very far with it. I was so thrilled to get it back in the day because Amstrad Action raved about it. So I saved up and I got the full big box proper release version instead of waiting for budget. And well, I couldn't get anywhere. It was tough. It was a tough game. I remember that. So that'll be interesting. But the next one we've got, Forest at World's End. Now, I've covered this extensively on CPC, in the Amstrad CPC video game magazine, because it's a very early release, and it was a very popular one as well. Kept getting to the top of the charts. Old style cassettes. Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness, I'm really enjoying just going through all these. It's great. It's lovely. It's like Christmas all over again. What else we got? Harvey Headbanger and Willow Pattern, a 2-game disc. Don't know what Willow Pattern is. Let's have a look. Enter the Mandarin's palace and seek out the princess from amongst the Oriental maze. Okay. And Harvey Headbanger is Harvey Headbanger and Hamish Highball. What? Hamish Highball battle it out with fat bellies and hard heads for domination of the cocktail cabinet. What? We have to play this. But here's an interesting one. I loved the idea of these toys back in the day. And I got one. It was like a Stegosaurus or something. And it was so hard to put together because it was like a puzzle and also a toy. And it's Zoids. The battle begins. I really want to know what it was about, because I don't remember this being one of the greatest games ever, but I do remember people talking about it. So let's have a look. Zoid Star is gripped by war. Blue Zoid fights Red Zoid in a merciless battle for supremacy. Okay. Mighty Zoid Zilla, Blue Zoid combat leader, lies dormant in the hold of your craft, ready for you to climb into its command capsule to merge minds with the powerful machine and take control of this bitter confrontation. Somewhere in the desolate landscape, the Red Zoids lie in wait. Landing preparations are complete, the descent begins. The task which follows will take you to the very limits of your capabilities and imagination. Live the game! Become the machine! Okay. We'll have another look at that one. Yes, definitely. We'll be having a look. But even this isn't it, guys. We've got more. Carrier Command. Don't know much about this one, but it has a nice big thick manual and a disc. So that'll be very interesting to have a look at. Is it some sort of... Whoa! Oh my goodness. Yeah, take command of the latest multi-role assault carrier. It's in 3D! Wow! Oh, screenshots from the Atari ST version. Right, it may not look quite as advanced as this on the Amstrad, but probably will sound the same given the Atari ST has the same sound chip. That'll be interesting to have a look at. Definitely looking forward to that. But the main piece de resistance. Lemmings on the Amstrad CPC, and yes, it did come out in the Amstrad. It's great fun. So, European Computer Leisure Awards 92 Game of the Year. Don't doubt it. I played the demo of this on the Amstrad Action cover tape so much. In pristine condition. Lemmings on disc. Oh, love that idea. Gonna be playing that. But even that's not it, because there's so many discs. So many. I can't possibly go through all of them, so I'm just gonna grab a few as just an example. The Pawn. Excellent text adventure from back in the day. AMX Mouse. No disc in it, but AMX Mouse, so that'll be around here somewhere. Loads of blank discs. Christmas Crackers for the Amstrad CPC 46466466128. Copyright Database Publications. Don't know what that is, but it'll be interesting to find out. SimCity. Excellent. Dan Dare, one of the best Amstrad games. Amstrad CPC and CPC Plus, Success Story, Bumpy and Space Racer. And on the other side, Squeak. Squeak is excellent, by the way. If you wanted to play that on a console, have a look for the Game Gear and check out Slider. Same game. Soccer Stars. Aftershock. Silent Service. Times of Law. Batman the Caped Crusader. Castle Master and the Crypt. The Guild of Thieves. Passengers on the Wind 2. Don't know that one. I'm not familiar with it, actually. Don't know the name of it. Don't recognise it. The Amazing Amstrad Omnibus. This is the tape that goes with what appears to be an essential item for any Amstrad collection. I've actually got 2 copies of it now. I found one in a charity shop, got the other one sent to me as a donation to the collection. The Amazing Amstrad Omnibus is a big set of type-in Amstrad programs, which has some great utilities as well. So that's nice. The Bard's Tale 1. License to Kill. Ghostbusters. Pinball Magic, very nice. I'll be having a look at that one later on. Copy disc, well, a blank disc, that's got a copy of R-Type 2012, the enhanced remake of R-Type. That'll be lovely. Oh my goodness, let's have a look through. A lot of these are blank discs that I've got stuff just copied onto them, the way we all did back in the day. Bonzo's Hack Pack and Bonzo's Super Meddler. Now, anyone who was part of the Amstrad scene back in the day knows Bonzo. It's a disc copying utility and allows you to access certain parts of discs that you weren't supposed to. Things like that. It's quite a useful utility. Don't know what this is. It's been rubbed off. It's obviously been played a lot. But it was from Microstyle. Vaguely see Stunt Car, so that'll be interesting. Total Recall. Nice. Another still sealed Amstrad disc. Bat. Max. Don't know what Max is, but that'll be interesting. 3D Construction Kit. I love 3D Construction Kit. I've got a copy up on the shelves up there. So that'll be very nice. Dark Side. Yeah. Amstrad Anthology Volume 2. Don't know what that is. It's should be interesting though. F-16 Combat Pilot. Excellent game. Excellent. What's this one? Anything? Doesn't say type-ins disc. That'll be interesting to see. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. That'll be very interesting. Do like a bit of Indiana Jones. Thunderblade. Oh, guys, there's so much here. Thank you so much, Patrick. RoboCop. The Great Escape. Star Glider. Oh. Wacky CPM PD disc. Now that is interesting because I've got a few of these now. So that'll be interesting. It has squeezed files. I don't know what squeezed files are. I'm assuming like the Amstrad version of Zip. Something like that. Operation Wolf. We're finding loads of great stuff here. This is amazing. Hard Driving. Now, I remember that being quite a challenge to play. The Guild of Thieves. The Magnificent Seven get a selection. On this side, Short Circuit, parts 1 and 2. Frankie, Great Escape, Whizball. On the other side, Head Over Heels, Cobra, Arkanoid, and Yaya Kung Fu. Excellent. That's going to be wonderful to play. Total Eclipse and Total Eclipse 2. Oh, so much good stuff, guys. So much. Ooh, one of the first games released for the Amstrad CPC back when the 464 came out. Fantasia Diamond by Hewson. Now that is nice. Oh, gonna enjoy that one. And The Sentinel. Beyond your wildest dreams, in a world where the only force is pure energy, stands the Sentinel. Battle against him through 10,000 lands in the most original, compelling, and addictive computer game ever devised. Firebird, issue the challenge, and the Sentinel awaits. Hee. And then again, there's just loads more stuff, and it's going to be great to go through all this. I've got to spend the day cataloguing this now. Thank you so much, Sir Patrick Furlong, for this massive and very generous donation to the museum collection. Oh my goodness, we're getting close now to the point where we can start thinking about how we're going to lay the museum out. It's several years away yet, but we are getting there. Thank you so much. So we just finished the Monday Club. I struggled to get through it, but actually it went over a lot quicker than I expected it to. It's always a fun thing. We have a chat with people. It's got to the point where we recognise so many names. It's like meeting friends, even though we're not there. So I've really enjoyed it. How about you, Jen?
I've really enjoyed it. I always enjoy the Monday Club, and I always feel honoured that people want to spend their Monday evening with me.
It is nice, isn't it?
It is tiring, though, and I think it's what a lot of people don't realise, and it's something I learned when I did radio, is that it's actually really, really mentally draining to be on non-stop for, in this case, 2 hours non-stop, and basically pretty much talking non-stop, but being verbally quite interesting in the process, hopefully.
To be honest with you, she's absolutely right. I know this from doing the live streams for Game Hammer and also the stand-up comedy. It's really hard. When you're presenting, you're mentally focused and it's draining, seriously draining, mentally taxing. Not so much physically, although it can be physically exerting as well, but mentally you drain quick. So anyone who's found it quite an issue to do it, don't worry, you're not alone.
So I'm now absolutely shattered. I've just turned everything off. The trains are where they stopped. I think that's a new all-time record.
463 peak concurrence.
Not
bad.
What amazes me is that together they watched, and bearing in mind we're only on for 2 hours, well, 2 hours and 5 minutes, they watched the equivalent of 788 hours, 8 minutes and 32 seconds, which is a staggering amount. I mean, what is that in days?
A lot.
That's the equivalent of somebody sat there constantly watching 24 hours a day for 32.833 days.
My goodness. That is quite a lot. So, anyway, I've got to go and get back to work now and finish editing your videos, even though I'm not well. So I'm going to head off, and are you going to watch Mythbusters or something that's fun?
I will watch Mythbusters in bed.
Alright, well, I'll see you later. If you like the show, please consider supporting me on Patreon. It really does help create future videos. That's patreon.com/Zoe Kirk-Robinson. And I've got an extra special thanks going out to Chief89, Tepic, Sam Yates, and Retro Mickey 82. Thank you so much, guys.